Good afternoon, folks. This is Georgia Adventure here. I am outside. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia. The weather's a little cooler. Not a lot of humidity. Sun shining. Just a gorgeous day. Thank you, Lord. So I'm gonna do a video today. I ain't gonna call it a review because I hadn't had this long enough to really do a review. But I've started carrying it, and I've got a little holster I made, so I'm carrying it. This is a black and green Micarta trapper, full-size trapper, and you can see it's got the diamond shield on it, diamond-shaped shield. You can see the trapper is probably my second favorite pattern. So Sodbuster be my first one, trapper be my second one, and a copperhead will be my third one. So, and I've bought trappers for years. You know, I've got several of them. I've got some old ones, and I've got some Sodbusters also. But a trapper knife basically was created for people that trap or hunt game. You know, I mean, these people that, you know, if you hunt small game or trap small game or big game, deer, turkeys, whatever. And the first time, I've got a friend of mine, and he had a stag handled trapper, and we were deer hunting, and he pulled it out, and he used this spade blade here to gut his deer and clean his deer, and that's all he used was this trapper, and he always carried the trapper in his pocket. Excuse me, these mosquitoes are horrible, and these gnats. But so anyway, he used this spade blade, and that's what the trapper has. The trapper has two blades. Got this clip blade, and the clip blade is, let's see, I can measure it with this notebook right here. The clip blade, the cutting edge of the clip blade is three inches long. The total length of the blade is about 3 5/8 length on both of these blades. But the nice thing about these big trappers is, and I wear a size 13 ring, so my hands, I guess, are large, medium to large, whatever. But I can get 4 fingers. I can get 4 fingers around it. So you can get a good grip on it. Now you got to remember, this is a slip joint, so it don't have any locking mechanism on it. You know, it's got some good snap to it, of course. So you have to keep that in mind. But I've used these things for years. I even carried a mini trapper for years. You know, mini trapper is somewhat smaller, and I'm gonna do a review on the mini trapper compared to this one. But the big trappers are a good outdoor knife. Now, you know, I carry a locking knife. You know, I carry this Benchmade all the time, and I'm gonna kind of compare the size with this Benchmade and the Sodbuster. So you can see the blade length is about the same, but you can see the shape of the blade is different. It's thinner through here compared to this one. Great knife, by the way. And then the Sodbuster's got a great skinning blade on it too. It's a good all around blade. And I love Sodbusters, but you can see, I'm gonna line the blades up here. You can see the difference in the blade. You can see the difference in the size of the knife if you put the butt of the handle. So quite a bit larger. But the Sodbuster is a great classic case knife, or, you know, if you don't want a case, you want a hen and rooster or tree brand, or, you know, Rough Rider, whatever you like. There's a lot of knife companies that make the big trappers. I prefer case knives. I always have. And I've got 2 old serrated with bone handle. I've got 2 of them the full-size trappers, and they're good knives. But so you can see the spade blade, and you can see how this blade turns up right here. And of course, there's no jimping on these blades. It's just you can still, you can still put your finger and work it. Work the hide. Or gut the deer. I guess you can say that nowadays. I don't want to offend anybody, but gut the deer. Gut them. So this is a good skinning blade, and that's what this knife was designed for. Was designed for hunters or trappers or outdoorsmen or whatever. I think every man should carry one of these knives right here. And I know we got men that don't carry a pocket knife, which that's fine. They'd prefer to have their, earbuds or whatever in their pocket. But so this is a black and green Micarta. And buddy, I love Micarta, and I wish, and I'm gonna call Case and see if they'll take suggestions. I wish they would do a sod buster in Micarta and a Micarta handle, and this color would be great. And I wish they'd do it Micarta and put a lanyard hole. Put a lanyard hole somewhere, small lanyard hole. If I was going to design a sod buster for myself, because these sod busters are great. This yellow handle one's great. But if I was going to design me a sod buster, it would have this Micarta or another kind of green Micarta, and it'd also have a lanyard hole. That would make this knife perfect. They're almost perfect anyways. But this one, the back springs and all are nice and positioned. The liners, the brass liners, there's no gaps. You can look up. When I was a kid, we were always taught to open the blades up and hold it up to the light, and I can see just a little bit of an opening, a little bit of a crack, not much. But these things are not perfect. And Case makes a lot of knives. They've made them for years. They're not perfect. They're pretty close. But it's always my go-to pocket knife. Now I carried a Charade old timer growing up, and that's another great knife. This knife, it's got 4 dots on it. You can see there, so it's got 4 dots. You can see the Case logo on it. Great knife to carry. It's a good size. You can do a lot of tasks. I used it to cut up an apple this morning, but both the blades, you got to be careful opening the blades with other ones. But they got some good snap to them. It's a good tight knife. They'll get a little looser as you if you carry this knife for 10 or 15 years, they're going to get a little bit looser. But you can send this thing back to the Case and they'll tweak it for you. The pins are nice and flush and smooth, and all this stuff's done by hand. And I'm a person that I like the unique shields. Like I like the diamond shaped shield. I like the bomb shield. My favorite is that shotgun shield. I like that. I like the propeller shield. And there's some shields out there that I don't really know what they're called. I'm gonna find out, but that they have that you don't see very many of. And I did find a barn shield trapper a few weeks ago, and I got it, and it's beautiful. But if you want a good, old school knife to carry that can do a lot of good chores, you just have to keep in mind it's not a lock back. This is a lock back. This locks. This has got the release right here. It's got the axis locking system. You can see how that, you pull that and it releases it. It doesn't have a thumb, this doesn't have a thumb stud or a pocket clip. So the axis lock on this one, you know, is different than a slip joint. Slip joint doesn't have any kind of locking device. This axis lock does. And some knives they have a liner lock, whatever, you know, just different knives. Different knife manufacturers use different locking mechanisms. This is Benchmade's. You know, Civivi or SOG or whatever, they got different, you know, different style. I think a SOG uses the same type locking device, but it's just called something different. But these liner locks, they got good uses. You just have to keep in mind, you know, not to, you know, as long as you're putting pressure down this way, it's not going to fold up on you. But it's like if you're prying, don't pry with these. This is made for cutting. That's it. But just a good, you know, all around medium use knife. Like I said, I've skinned animals with them. You can skin a deer or a turkey, squirrel or a fish all day long with this knife. It's good. That's what it's made for. You can see there's the number of it, 10254 USA, and then you see the two S's is stainless steel. It's stainless steel. So this sod buster, you can see it's carbon steel. You can see the patina. So full-size trapper, they got a full-size trapper, they got a mini trapper, then they got a little small trapper, and I can't remember what it's called. I saw one today on eBay. What is it called? I can't remember. Then they got a slimline trapper that's got a single blade, and it's thinner through here. So there's some options out there, but this standard big trapper, you can't beat it, man. You can't beat it. And I'll show you the holster that I got, that I made for it. I got it on my belt today. I just made this little holster right here. Got a belt loop. It's just made out of 4-ounce leather. You know, there's no need for 8-ounce for this holster. And this knife fits right down in there. I put a couple of eyelets on there. Put a couple of these buttons on here. Kind of dresses it up, and it gives it strength. It gives it strength right here. And then plus I got a lanyard hole. I'm big on lanyards. I'm kind of weird, I guess. I guess there's a lot of people out there that like them, but I made this. I've got a green that I made. I mixed up, got a little brown and a little bit of green with it. So it kind of makes this olive looking color. But I carry this on my belt, you know, time to time. I love having a trapper on me. This is with me all the time. And it stays in this little pocket organizer. I've got 3 of these sod busters that I carry. The rest of them, they're put up. Because I don't want to beat all my knives up. So this is going to be one of my carrying knives right here. I've also got a stag one that I found years ago. A stag trapper. I found it laying on the ground on a job. And so, you know, I've got it, and it's stag. But I've got this one, and I'm going to carry this because it's Micarta. And I'm going to put this through some hard use. And I will do some follow-up videos on it. You know, I want to let people know how it holds up. Sorry, man, these gnats and mosquitoes drive me crazy. But so, CaseXX full-size trapper, Micarta, black and green Micarta. Trapper was made for people that hunt and trap and fish and things like that, and it's stainless steel. So just take care of it, keep it sharp, and you know, you're good to go. It'll last you a lifetime. So George Adventure signing out, and God bless you, and hope you have a great day. If you like my channel, subscribe to it, leave a comment, hit the bell, and hit the thumbs up for like. God bless you, if you like it. God bless you, and have a great day.